Kia ora koutou. Well, as you know, this week the emissions reduction plan was released, and I suppose the first thing to say is it's a milestone event. It might not be perfect, and these plans never will be, but this is a very major piece of work. If you think about it, for 30 years New Zealand has been silent on doing something at the national level in this space. Now we have a major plan that sets out a way forward. So my first thing is to congratulate the government on pulling it together. A huge amount of work's gone into it, and we're very aware of that. We're also pleased to see just how many of our recommendations have come through in that report, all the way from the governance of it through into specific areas like agriculture and into transport, process heat, and of course buildings as well. Particularly pleased to see the standing up of more money into the Giddy Fund, which has gone from $69 million up to $650 million, which will help a huge amount with the process heat transition. Really good to see those actions coming out on EVs, and particularly the work that's going to be going into our recommendations around freight. So I want to acknowledge the hard work of the freight group on that. And of course the big one for us was in the agriculture area, where there's the announcement of over $39 million into new funding from the ETS, which will go into a joint venture that our members have established with MPI to accelerate R&D, applied R&D in reducing methane emissions. So altogether, a very significant package. There's a lot in there, over 300 recommendations, so we're pulling that apart and we'll be coming out to you with some advice on where to next. I suppose the main omission for us, and we've said this to the government, is the partnership side. We would have liked to have seen a lot closer relationship as we saw the development of the ERP, and what we've asked for is a much closer relationship as we go into the implementation of it. To that end, we will be asking for there to be some kind of advisory group to ministers and CEOs to ensure that the private sector perspective is included in there. But as I say, a very major milestone. This week also, you'll be getting consulted on the National Adaptation Plan, so it's really raining climate at the moment. Please do engage on that, a very important look forward document, making sure that we're ready for being able to adapt to the very real effects that are going to hit New Zealand over the upcoming years coming from climate. So quite a climate conversation today. Please do get in contact with us if there's anything that you'd like to talk about, if there are any issues that you see coming out of the emissions reduction plan, or if you've got any comments that you'd like to make. Always pleased to hear about that. And do keep an eye out for our events. There's a lot coming up in the climate space over the next 3 months. Great to talk to you, and talk again soon.